y'all. Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here. You're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. If you are new, then welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy yourself over here and you'll decide to join and become a part of the 2 cent community. All right. We would love that for you. We would, and it would be great for you. I'm just saying. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, hey y'all, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in again today. 3 points that I like to say that matter most before we start any discussion topic of dialogue. That would be number one, you're not alone. Number two, you're not crazy. Number three, God, your creator, still loves you, and I do too. Now, if you've been enjoying the friends content, let's keep going with it. If I could think of like a friend group that I would love to be a part of, it is definitely giving the best man. Okay. It's giving the best man final chapter. If y'all ain't watched the best man final chapter on Peacock, Peacock needs to give me a check. Okay. Because I love that show. It was just so beautiful. Like just seeing all of those beautiful brown people doing well for themselves, minding their business, but in each other's business, but helping each other through the business. It was beautiful. It was a true, beautiful representation of how relationships can go when you have so many different personalities, so many different relationship elements and backgrounds, but there's so much respect, there's so much love, there's loyalty. Whew. Wouldn't it be nice? It would be so nice. So nice. I wish my husband and I could live in like close by to some of our friends, our other married couple friends. That would be dope. Oh my God. I'm trying to plan like a little couple friends getaway this year. I'm trying to see what we could do with the dude. You know, it's hard because you be busy, but you want to do life with the people that you love, that you trust, and you have a good time with all the time. So if y'all are able to plan trips with your friends, with your family, with whoever, enjoy those moments, y'all. Enjoy those moments. It ain't nothing like being around good friends who know you, who you trust, and who you're able to do life with and grow with genuinely and authentically. So I think that that's amazing. And the best man, final chapters, go check it out on Peacock. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is friendship red flags. Ooh, ooh. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. I mean, my last video was about my 3 rules of friendship. This one is going to be about my friendship red flags. And the red flags, the things that you should just pay attention to. Pay attention to these points. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger. So which finger did it bite? This one right here on my right. I have children. Okay. I just want to submit that to you. I've heard that song more times than I would like to admit. But I just had to roll with it. So let's go. And I'm getting over a little something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna drink a little something, clear the airwaves so I don't have a cough attack. Because I will leave that in this video. Me coughing and hacking off camera. Okay, I don't care. Because we're family. Okay. So, friendship red flags. What are some things that you either should look out for or self-assess to see if any of these qualities or things point to you? Do they point to you? I don't know. You tell me. Well, let's get started. And let me say this. Some of these red flags are spot on. I have so many more than I could add to the list from experience, but I like dwindle them down and I'll expound upon them as I go in the video. But I have to tell you guys that red flags, for whatever purpose, seem to camouflage so well as little black and white checker flags to like keep going, like in race cars or something like that. Like for the next lap, it's like it. Why do we ignore red flags with men, with women, with children, with co-workers at church, with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your man? Why? Why does this happen? Why don't the red flags just red flag for us? The red flags ain't flagging. I don't know. Maybe we colorblind. I think They got to be what it is. Because Lord knows I have ignored my fair share of red flags in life in all of those categories I just named, except for with children. Now, children ain't really, no, children do have red flag behavior. I just haven't had any with my 5 and 7 year old. So I'm saying, like with teenagers, teenagers may have red flags where they're like not talking, not eating, don't want to go to school, don't like their friends, you know what I'm saying, or isolating. Those are red flags. But I digress. Let's get into the list. The first red flag in friendships that you should push the brakes on. When your friend puts you down every chance that they get. If your friend puts you down every chance that they get, you should not be afraid to hit them with the deuces. Now, I know some of you might be like, well, that ain't enough to leave, like, to stop being friends with somebody. That's enough reason to start putting distance there, at least, if you don't want to cut them off like I do. Baby, I will cut you off like you have not paid your light bill in 31 days. And you might be like, but you get 30 days, 31 days. On the 31st day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a cut off notice. Be like, I cut you off. Okay. I don't need encore performances, but this is not just about me, it's about you. So let me continue with the list. They put you down every chance that they get. I'll never forget the time, and I'm going to give y'all some good experiences, honey. This ain't my experience, but this is my mama's experience, so I'm going to share it because why not? I was a kid, and at the time, my mama didn't have a car. So her friends, one of her friends, a couple of her friends gave us rides back and forth to church back in the day. Well, one of her friends came over to get us for church. El Mama was still getting ready. She wasn't getting dressed, but she was getting ready. And she had on her slip, like she had on the top part of her church outfit, but she had on like the full body slip as well. And it was a woman that came to get us. And so Mama was like, "Oh, let me go put my skirt on, and I'll be right there. I'm coming." Okay. This one proceeded to say something about my mom's legs. She said something about my mom's legs, and she referred to them as chicken legs. She refers to my mother, my grown 40-some-year-old mother at the time. Another 40-some-year-old woman at the time referred to my mother's legs as little chicken legs. And I gotta tell y'all that at the time, I mean, as a kid, it didn't send no red flags for me because I'm like 10 or 11, right? But it did for my mama. Now, unfortunately for me and for you in this story, my mama didn't cut this person off. They're still friends to this day. Don't get it, but what am I supposed to do with that? Nothing. My point is, if people don't have a problem with putting you down every chance that they get, you need to move away. There is no need for there to constantly be jokes about you, for there to be negative comparisons, for you to constantly feel like you have to defend your choices or your where you are in life or what you're doing or where you're going or what you want. You shouldn't have to do that. If you find yourself doing that, excuse yourself out of the relationship. If your friend or friends always have something negative to say about you and don't mind putting you down, why exactly would you want to stay around someone where you know you can never get up? You can never be up because they want you to always come down. They always want to humble you. They always want you to be the one that's here, right? Not saying that they elevate themselves over you, but they don't want you to get no shine. Like they're not interested. If it's anything that you're doing well or doing good, it's always a no, don't come up. Stay down. Let me help you. Let me lower you back to where we are together. Be mindful of that. Be watchful of that. And if you have these qualities, stop it. Just stop. If you don't have anything constructive or progressive or encouraging to say, don't say anything. Don't share anything. And stop saying negative things about yourself around people. Let me say that too. I used to do that myself in the beginning years of my young adulthood. When people would compliment me on something, I would like try to take air out of it. They were giving me a genuine compliment, but then I would turn around and say things like, "Oh, I got this from such and such for $5," or it was only that, or my mama gave this to me actually, or I didn't even pay that much for it. What you need to do that for? What do you need to do that for? Like, who is that for when you downplay yourself? Who are you doing that for? Keep sweat nobody. Okay. Don't do it. It does nothing. It doesn't make you seem more relatable or full of humility. It's just you suppressing whatever quality it is about you that someone else is noticing and complimenting. Don't give that space to other people or in your own self image and worth. Appraise yourself higher than that so that when someone tries you or tries to put you down or try to play you, it's a no, no, mm-mm, you could never, right? It's some one liners with a couple of words. Girl, you could never, right? If you want to make fun of me, be ready for whatever I say back. Don't, don't do that. And I don't think I've ever shared this story with you guys here, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this point. And then I'll get to the next point. So it was a time when we were in the church back in Mississippi, and my pastor had bought some food for after, I think it was a Bible study. And he had bought like all kind of wings. I remember this so vividly. He brought all kind of wings. He bought some pizza, things like that. So after church, everybody was able to go back there and get something to eat. Well, I was first in line, as was my husband, and another church member that was heavy set, right? I don't want to be rude, so I'm not going to call her the F word, but she was heavy set. She was known for saying things to me about my weight. She constantly said things to me about my size, being skinny, being small. Girl, I can just flick you. All of this stuff, right? Hold on to the wall, Christian. You don't want to get blown away. It's windy out there. Saying all of these things to me. And I let it slide. And then I started remembering. No, now I remember. Then I started thinking to myself, if she can be rude and say what she wants to say to me about my size, not caring about how it makes me feel, she's going to start getting it back from me. And I made that decision at my house. So by the time she acted it out again verbally, I didn't mind coming back at her. So we're getting our food, and this individual, she's now passed away, and she actually had complications from weight loss surgery. But I digress. She says, dang, Christian, Courtney, Christian, why y'all all the two skinniest people always the first in line to eat? And I turned around to her and I said, and why are you in line at all? Because see, now I want to understand. If you have something to say about me being the first in line to get some chicken wings and pizza, the two skinniest people in line first to get something to eat, why does that matter? Why did that need to be said in church in front of other adults? Like, that's embarrassing. That's rude. Ding, ding. You don't mind putting me down. So here we go. Into petty princess. I turned around and looked at her and I said, why are you in line at all? You don't need to be getting none of the wings and the things. That celery and them carrots look like what you need. I didn't say all of that. All I said was, why are you in line at all? That's where it ended for me. But now I'm giving y'all an expose on what I should have said. The rest. But it's things like that. Once you find your voice and you realize that, no, you're not going to play with me, that's when you start shutting people down. Do not let people who are supposed to be your friends disrespect you and take you down any chance that they get. Don't let them do it. The next point, you feel drained after interacting with them. Oh my goodness. If you do not feel either invigorated, inspired, excited, like energized, like smartened, if you don't feel any of these things when you, after you get done talking to to all your friends, not just certain ones, everybody should just be able to elevate after conversations. I love good, thought-provoking conversations. It does it for me. I'm just letting y'all know. That was it for me. Like, that's why I fell in love with my husband. That's why I love my husband. I'm a talker. I'm a communicator. You ain't got to be the finest. Well, I ain't gonna say you ain't got to be because I ain't looking for nobody. But it ain't about looks. It wasn't about looks. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about body. It wasn't about none of that. It was about conversation, communication. Like it just, it everything. If you can hold my attention and have a dialogue that stimulates my mind, baby, you can get all of my time. Okay? And we were on the phone all night long. Shout out to Lionel Richie. Okay? That just does it for me. So it's like that with like with friendships. I love friends that can talk and that I can like go with flow and they get it. I enjoy that. If I have to talk to somebody and I am drained, I am over explaining myself and over qualifying all of my statements. They have to listen to complaints, listen to problems. It's okay to have some things that you want to vent about sometimes, but if this is the scope of the relationship all the time, you will not get any of my time because I don't want to do that. I don't. I don't want to do that. My mother said a quote that I say to this day to anyone. A friend is a gift that you give to yourself. You wouldn't give yourself a snake. Okay. So if I have to feel drained from interacting with you, from engaging with you, if I have to pull joy out of you, pull information, pull conversation, drive the whole time that we're engaging, I don't want to because this should be easy. It should be flowing. Like friendship is an extension of you. It's a gift that you give to yourself and the gift of you give to others as well. So I want to give you a good gift. I don't want to give you a problem. I don't want to give you something that's broken, something you have to take back, something that you regret having, something that you don't know, understand how to use and benefit from. Woo! Y'all, this is a word, okay? So if you find this being something that you struggle with, complaining or being a burden or, combative, stay to yourself because that's not a friendship. Nobody deserves that or wants that. Nobody's contributing to your life issues. That's your friend, hopefully. So when you talk to them, give them something that makes it feel like an escape. Allow your friendships to be an escape, even if it's from a harsh reality. And if you don't know how to do that, leave those good people alone, unless it's every once in a while. But don't let that be the whole narrative of your engagement with your friends because that's not enjoyable. Okay, let me keep going. Oh my goodness. Next point, competitive behavior. Don't tolerate it. It's a red flag. Get out of there. We are not in competition. You cannot compete with me. You can't. And y'all may be like, dang, that's arrogant. No, no, no. I didn't finish. Because I want to see you win too. You can't compete with me. We don't want the same thing. I mean, if we do, that's because you want what I got, because I don't want what you got. I'm doing what I want to be doing. I'm going after what I want to go after. I'm pursuing what I desire. I'm researching ways to get to where I want to be. I'm in action, in motion, with strategies and plans and executing. You're going to see that happening. But if there's any inkling of competition, run. Run. You'll never be able to compete where you don't compare. There's nothing to compare between me and my other friends. Nothing. We don't dress the same. We don't talk the same. We don't want the same things. We're not going after the same things. Most of my friends still have 9 to 5s, and I don't. Most of my friends' kids are either out of high school or on their way out, and I got brand new whole little lambs. We're not on the same level in all areas of life, but we respect where we are. And so we can do life together peacefully when we come in contact with each other. There's no comparison. Not that I'm doing it, and I'm pretty sure they aren't doing it either because we wouldn't have been friends this long. But my point is, when you are confident, comparison and competitive behavior cannot exist. Where confidence is, competition looks different. I consider the people I'm in competition with to be brands. I'm in competition with whole brands, not friends. We're not the same, right? I'm not competing with people. I'm not competing with products. That's hilarious. I have to put that on a shirt. I don't compete with people. I'm out here competing with products. There's a difference in my makeup in what I'm interested in and what I'm focused on as an individual. When you know what your focus is and what drives you, you don't make other things your problem. That would be making my friends my problem when we don't even want that. There's not even anything to focus on that they have that I want. Because I'm going after whole conglomerates. Like there's a difference. I'm seeking other opportunities that wouldn't even align or cross with friendships. So keep it cool. Let's plan a trip. Let's get away. Send me pictures of your new braids, right? That's what I want to be able to do. An escape. My friendships are an escape. I get in corners on the floor. I sit on the floor when I talk to my friends. I enjoy it. There is no competitive behavior. I don't have time for that. There have been instances when there has been some people who wanted to exemplify parts of competitive behavior. We're no longer friends. Those relationships no longer exist. It's not about nurturing and giving those things life. Some people like being in relationship with people that they're competing with. I don't know why, but they do. To me, it's a sick, toxic trait, but that doesn't make me feel good when I'm around you and I'm only telling you about things to make you feel like I'm one-upping you or vice versa. That doesn't feel good. I love talking to other women who own businesses. I love talking to other men in business. I love talking to podcast, hosts. I love responding to emails from other people who want my product or want me to develop things for them or want me to coach them. I enjoy all of those facets of what I'm interested in. So, what exactly would be the competition that would allow me to mess up relationship, right? Where there is no relation. I'm not messing up relationship in two different sectors of my existence that are not related. Whew, another word. My God, okay? I don't like this video myself. Okay, next point. Next red flag in friendships. They don't respect your boundaries. Oh my God. Boundaries have to be set. Boundaries have to be set. Respect gotta be met. If you don't do that, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to rhyme. We just out of time. They don't respect your boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries seem to be a whole cuss word or something that's striked from the record for a lot of people. You have to have boundaries in place about who you are, what you do, and how you view yourself. You have to have boundaries. I don't talk about this. I don't go there. I don't do this. I had a friend who I had to really get harsh with about drinks. I love her to death. She's an amazing person. We're so cool. But she kept on peer pressuring my grown ass to drink. Every time we went out, I don't drink. I don't. I would love to, but I get headaches. I get bad headaches, y'all. I can take 2 sips and I'm tipsy. And then 10 minutes after I get a little woozy, the headaches start splitting migraines where I can't even keep my eyes open or keep my head lifted. I want to go to sleep within 10 minutes of drinking something because I feel so bad. I have done it before. That's how I can explain it in such detail. So, why on earth would another adult attempt to disrespect the boundary and try to make me feel bad by ordering drinks for me? That's going to be on my tab because she wasn't paying for it. Or making fun of me when I don't drink, right? Or saying that I'm ruining the night because I'm the only one not drinking. Or because I think I'm better than everybody else because I don't drink. Boundaries. That is a boundary for me. I don't want alcohol. So now I have to disrespect you verbally because you're not respecting my boundaries. And now not now, because I'm talking about like it's happening, but I was then put in the position to say, I'm sorry that everyone doesn't want to be a lush like you when they're out with their friends. I didn't want to say it. Didn't want to say it. Didn't want to. But you made me do it. You made me say the things because now I'm annoyed that you won't stop. You won't stop. Boundaries. Respect boundaries. If there's something that goes on in a person's situation or family or relationship and they share with you, do not throw it in their face. Boundaries. Do not share their information with other people. Boundaries. Do not think that you can overexert your opinion or your feedback in their lives or give unsolicited advice that they didn't ask you for. Boundaries. Red flag. They don't respect your boundaries. But let me tell you something. It's very hard to respect something that ain't in place. So you're going to respect me based off of the expectations I set for you. If I don't set expectations for you, that it's my fault that there are no boundaries in place. But if you are an aware, conscious adult, you can tell when somebody don't F with certain things like that. Oh, okay, I know Christian don't do that. Christian don't dress like that. Christian don't drink that. Christian don't go to places like that, right? Christian don't talk about men being naked and want to go to strip clubs like that. So that ain't up Christianity boundaries. I ain't never had to say it, but you just know I ain't down for it because I've never engaged like that. If you're in relationship, you're going to know some things you just don't think to run down a list when you're in friendship with people and be like, I don't like this, I don't do that, I don't want this, and don't go there. You don't have to do that because over the time when relationship is being built, people can tell your character and they won't even try it. Some people may be like, oh, she's approved. She don't want to do that. Call me what you want, baby. I have boundaries. There's some things I do like. I will get nooked if you book, boy, in a hotel room. But I don't like the club. I done been. Ain't nothing enough for me but smoke and lights. But I don't want to dance all night. Get your girl a section and I'll be in there with some wings and things. But I'm not going to be up on my feet. Not going to do it. And I ain't finna pay cover for the door. Oh my God, not doing it. But that's relationship that would allow you to know that about me, right? Respect boundaries. If they don't, red flag. If people like to put you on Front Street and in front of other people, red flag. Don't respect your boundaries. Set them up. Doing weird little random things, flirting with your significant other in your face, making sly little slick comments about your kids or your parents or your family, red flag. Don't respect your boundaries. Don't let that be your story. Cut them off. And if you see yourself in any of these points that I'm making, self-assess, change it up, do better. Okay? All right. And last point here, they don't reciprocate your energy. My God, my God. Okay? I am big on giving and receiving. I like to put out there what I want back. This is one of my points in my rules for friendship, consistency. People who don't reciprocate your energy, there can be a lot of reasons why people don't. They can be going through their own thing and have their own things going on. So I'm not saying that it's a problem, but if you're excited about something or you're sharing things with someone or you're interested in something and you want to travel, go, do or whatever, and this person is always a Debbie Downer or a Donald Duck about it, a Donald Downer, red flag. You may just need to wrap this up with them because it's not equal. You don't both want that. You're not interested in those things. It is a push and a pull to get any kind of response that is reciprocal based off of how you're feeling about it. If you have to alter your being to exist in someone else's space peacefully and excitedly, end it. I'm sorry, end it. I told the story from my friend that I had to ghost a couple of years ago in that video. The energy was not reciprocated whenever I was doing something positive or good or whatever. Sis never had anything good to say about it. Her energy was never reciprocated. She would always gloss over whatever I shared or said or did, and she would bring up an example of another person that I didn't even know doing things. Oh, they have a beautiful Black family, or they're doing this, or they're going there. Girl, did you see such and such post this? Oh my goodness, I love that. And it's like, but bitch, doing this, and I ain't trying to pump myself up, but I'm actually doing better than what you're explaining to me. Why are you telling me about this when I just said this? Or I'm your friend, like we're talking about these things, and you're literally not reciprocating any energy about it being me. Red flag. And your girl paid attention and cut her off. Elevation requires elimination. Write that down. Look at it. A friend is a gift that you give to yourself. You would not give yourself a snake. Write that down. Look at it. Now, if energy cannot be reciprocated, positive, pure, connected, collective energy, let that go. Write it down. You're doing yourself a favor. And if you see yourself reflected in any of these points, do an assessment of self and start doing the inner work to get to a healthier place as an individual so that you can be a better person for you and a better friend to them or others, right? My relationships are only as healthy as I am internally. From my marriage to my parenting, to my sisterhood, to my daughter title, as a CEO, right? As a business person, I am only as successful in all of those titles, positions, and powers as I am internally first, for, and with me. Do the work. Do the work. And you're not going to be perfect. There's some things about me that people may see as a red flag because I'm too stern or I'm too direct or I'm too assertive in certain areas because I know what I want. I know what I expect. And I know what I'm giving. I'm not being inconsistent in my desires because I'm giving it. I don't want nothing from nobody that I'm not willing to give and that I'm not giving. I want it because I'm giving it. I expect it because I'm giving it. I'm not giving you nothing and then I want 100-fold on just 10 times. No. That don't work like that. 10 for 10. That's $1 each where I'm from. Each and every can give their one, right? And we're going to have our 10. And that's just how it starts. That's how it goes. So these are my friendship red flags. Again, if you see yourself in any of these, let's do the work this year to take a break on building relationships and getting into friendships and just rushing because you have some similarities with people and actually doing the work to see if any of these are you or if you struggle with any of these red flag points. And if you've experienced these points, how have you overcome them? Are you still in relationships where people are completely like doing these infractions against you right now? If they are, in the words of Elsa Nim, let it go. Respectfully. You can always return to it if you want to, if they mature. But if they don't, it's not your business. I don't know where my friend is that I ghosted. I don't know where she is. I don't search for her on social media, and I don't know if she searched for me. My pages ain't private. So she probably see what I'm doing. I don't know, and I don't care. But when she's mature enough, she'll return. And if she doesn't, I'm not going to bother her where I left her at. I ghosted her for a reason, and now I'm in a new season, and I'm okay with that. So great conversation, you guys. I enjoyed it for sure. If you did, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would love to add you to my 2 cents crew. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.